Hello, everyone. Welcome to the B1 English Listening Practice. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Maya, and today we're talking about remote work.
Whether you work from home every day or just a couple of days a week, remote work has completely changed how we think about our jobs. And today, we want to have a real conversation about it. The good parts, the frustrating parts, and everything in between.
We'll also be sharing some really useful phrases later in the video, things you can actually say in online work situations. So stay with us because those are coming up soon.
But first, Maya, I know you started working from home about 2 years ago. Tell me about the beginning. How was it?
Oh, where do I even start? So when my company first said we were switching to remote work, I was actually really excited. I thought, great, no commute, I can wear comfortable clothes, I can manage my own time. It sounded perfect.
And was it?
Not exactly. The first week was honestly a disaster. I didn't have a proper schedule at all. I'd wake up, check my phone, start a task, then get distracted by something in the kitchen, come back, forget what I was doing. It was chaos.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Right. And the thing is, at the office, everything had a structure. There was a time to arrive, a time for lunch, a time to go home. But at home, I had complete freedom, and I didn't know what to do with it. I remember one specific afternoon, I had a deadline at 3 p.m., and at 2:45, I was still watching a cooking video on my phone. I hadn't even started writing the report.
Oh, no. What did you do?
I panicked and typed as fast as I've ever typed in my life. I sent the document at 2:59, 1 minute to spare. But honestly, that was the moment I realized I needed to change something. I couldn't keep working like that. So I started building a proper daily schedule. I wake up at 7, start work at 9, take a break at 12 for about 45 minutes, and I finish by 6. It's flexible enough that I can move things around when I need to, but it gives my day a shape.
That's such a good point. The flexibility is one of the best things about remote work, but it can also be the hardest thing to handle if you're not used to it.
Exactly. And then there's the technology side of things. At first, my internet connection was terrible. I mean, really terrible. My signal would drop right in the middle of a meeting, and I couldn't hear anyone, and they couldn't hear me. I had to mute and unmute myself about 15 times in one call. Everyone was getting frustrated, including me.
I've been there. You try to say something important and everyone just sees your mouth moving on the screen, but no sound is coming out.
Yes. And one time, this is embarrassing, I forgot to mute myself when I went to make a coffee, and my whole team could hear me singing in the kitchen for about 2 minutes. My coworker David sent me a message in the chat that just said, "Great voice, Maya." I wanted to disappear through the floor.
That is brilliant and so relatable. What did you do about the connection problem in the end?
I moved my desk closer to the Wi-Fi router, which made a big difference right away. The signal became much more stable. I also bought a proper headset, which helped a lot with the sound quality on video calls. Two small changes, but they made my meetings so much smoother.
And what about staying focused while you work? Because for me, that's honestly the biggest challenge.
The biggest thing that helped me focus was separating my workspace from my relaxation space. I used to work from my sofa, but I kept getting distracted by the TV, by my phone, by just feeling too comfortable. Now I have a small desk in the corner of my bedroom, and when I sit there, my brain knows it's work time. It sounds simple, but it really works.
It does work. Your environment sends signals to your brain about what you should be doing. So if you always work at the same desk, your brain starts to connect that place with focus, and it becomes much easier to get started.
Exactly. And once I started managing my time better and staying focused on one task at a time, I became so much more productive. I finish work faster, I take proper breaks, and I feel less stressed at the end of the day. I actually close my laptop and feel good about what I did.
That's the goal, isn't it? Okay, let's talk about some useful phrases now. Things you might actually need to say during a remote workday, because the language of online work has its own little world, doesn't it?
It really does. So the first phrase, if someone can't hear you in a meeting, you can say, "I think you're on mute," or "Could you unmute yourself, please?" People forget to unmute themselves all the time. Saying this politely saves everyone a lot of time.
And if your background is noisy or a bit messy, maybe your kids are home or there's construction outside, you can simply say, "Sorry about the background, it's a little noisy here today." People appreciate it when you acknowledge it. It sounds professional and friendly at the same time.
Another really useful one is letting your team know when you're not available. You can write in the chat, "I'm stepping away for 30 minutes," or "I'm in a meeting. I'll get back to you soon." That way, your coworkers know you're not ignoring them, you're just busy.
Yes, and if your screen freezes or your connection drops during a call, just say, "I think I lost the connection for a moment. Could you repeat that?" It happens to everyone. There's no need to feel embarrassed about it.
And one more, if you need a quiet block of time to really focus on a task, you can tell your team, "I'm going to be heads down for a couple of hours." It's a natural, professional way to let people know you're not available without sounding rude.
And if there's a deadline coming up, you can update your team with something like, "Just to let everyone know, we're still on track for Friday." Short, clear, calm. Perfect for a quick message in the chat.
All of those phrases are easy to remember because they come up constantly in real remote work situations.
Now, can I be honest about my own experience with remote work? Because I think my perspective is a bit different from yours.
Please, go ahead. I want to hear this.
Okay, so the truth is, I actually struggled a lot more than I expected. Not with the technology, but with the loneliness. When I first started working from home, I thought I'd love the quiet. I like my own space. But after about 3 weeks, I realized I was going entire days without speaking to another person face to face, not one conversation. I would look at my screen for 8 hours, send messages in the chat, join meetings where everyone had their camera off, and at the end of the day, I felt completely empty. Productive, yes, but empty.
That's really honest. I think a lot of people feel exactly that way, but don't say it out loud.
And I tried a few things. I started going to a cafe to work on Wednesday afternoons just to be around other people. I'm not even talking to anyone there. I'm just working in a room with other humans, and that alone helps enormously. I also started leaving my camera on during quiet working hours, even when no one is talking, just so I can see a coworker's face somewhere on my screen. It sounds a little strange, but it makes the day feel much less isolated.
It doesn't sound strange at all. We need real human connection, not just a good internet connection.
Exactly. And the thing is, I'm actually quite introverted, so I didn't expect to miss people this much. But remote work taught me that I need small social moments, even if I don't need big ones. A quick chat in the kitchen, a coworker asking how your weekend was, those tiny moments matter more than you think.
They really do. Okay, let's wrap up with some practical advice that brings together everything we talked about today. First, build a flexible schedule and stick to it. Give your day a clear start and a clear end. Without that structure, it's very easy to get distracted and lose the whole afternoon.
Second, find a space in your home where you can truly focus. It doesn't have to be a separate room, a corner, a specific chair, a desk by the window, anywhere that your brain can associate with work.
Third, when technology causes problems, and it will, just stay calm and communicate clearly. "I lost the connection," or "Could you mute your microphone, please?" Simple, direct, professional.
Fourth, take real breaks. Step away from your screen. Go outside if you can, and give your eyes and brain a rest. You'll come back to your tasks more focused, and your meetings will be much more productive because of it.
And finally, don't let the quiet become too quiet. Build in small moments of connection with your coworkers, even if it's just a short message in the chat or a 5-minute catch-up call. Those moments are what make a long day feel human.
If you want to practice the vocabulary from today, try writing a short paragraph about your own experience with working from home, or how you imagine it would be. Use as many of today's words as you can and share it in the comments. We genuinely love to read what you write.
And if this video helped you, share it with a friend who's learning English or with someone who works remotely and could use a little encouragement today.
Thanks so much for spending this time with us. We'll see you in the next one.
Good luck with your schedule this week. May your signal always be strong and your microphone always be muted at exactly the right moment.